Gentlemen, it is my pleasure to welcome you all to the launch of the Next Generation of Aviational Professionals Plus program, our Youth Aviation Adventure. We are truly honored by your presence as we gathered for this important occasion. Allow me to extend a special welcome to our highest dignitaries present. His Excellency, Dr. Mohamed Irfaan Ali, President of the Cooperative Republic of Guyana, Honorable Onij Waldron, Minister of Home Affairs, members of the Diplomatic Corps, aviation stakeholders, Mr. Fabio Rabani, ICAO Regional Director, SAM Region, Director General Lieutenant Colonel Egbert Field of the Guyana Civil Aviation Authority, Director General Alfonso de Armas, Ministry of Public Utilities and Aviation. Special invitees. Today we have a very comprehensive representation of our aviation sector. Members of the media, and very, very important, our students from all across Guyana, they're joining us here today. Ladies and gentlemen, let's put our hands together for our students. This program has been in the working for over 14 months, and today it's really a special occasion for us to reach the stage of signing an MOU to give it life. And it's because of the leadership and guidance of His Excellency we're here today. And for that, Mr. President, we want to say thank you very much. Coming to open the program today and to guide us as to what we will be embarking on is a very good friend, Malcolm Evans, who is with the International Air Transport Cadet Program, and he is the Chief Executive Officer. He has been leading the discussions from day one, and today we're so delighted, Malcolm, that you can come to Guyana to tell us more about what this program is all about. Please make Malcolm feel welcome.
With your permission, Your Excellency, with all previous invited to be here at a pivotal point in Guyana's aviation development to help deliver the President's vision. And first of all, I thought it might be useful for you just to have a few words on the organisation I represent. International Air Cadet Training is a not-for-profit organisation based in the UK and registered as a charity in the UK. I'm its Chief Executive Officer. I'm a trained teacher. I had a career as a training officer in the Royal Air Force where I helped train engineers and the human resource element for pilot training. I also was the Chief of Staff for the Royal Air Force Cadets in the United Kingdom, an organisation that had 40,000 cadets, 1,500 volunteers, 26 gliding squadrons, 13 air experience flights, 2 adventurous training centres, a big organisation. And I bring to the party all the knowledge and skills taken to deliver such a complex organisation. My Chief Operating Officer, who sends his apologies, sir, he couldn't be here today, David Bilcliffe, had his formative years as an air cadet, but he went down the civil aviation route. He became a pilot. He was a Category 1 man for the United Nations, representing the Secretary General in Kosovo, where he wrote the aviation law. David has run his own international airport and turned it from a loss-making to a profit-making organisation. And he also spent time as a security advisor. And after the terrible events in America of 9/11, he spent considerable time helping the Americans sort out their aviation security. Our team that we bring with us all have similar backgrounds. How do we work? with the greatest respect, sir, you have a wonderful country, but we're not designing to come here to stay forever. What we want to do is to come and exchange knowledge and skills to be able to enable your citizens to deliver the programme for your young people. And that's where we come from. How does the programme operate? For 11 to 16-year-olds, it operates as an extracurricular activity with a focus on core aviation subjects, on science, technology, engineering and mathematics, which will be in direct support of the many changes that are going on in your own education system at the moment. From 16 onwards, the programme will integrate both vocational and professional training. But we'll be starting with the 12 to 16 programme with the young people as an extracurricular to prove that we can deliver with you for the future of your aviation. This won't be the first Air Cadet organisation in the world. There have been organisations of Air Cadets since 1930, but it's going to be a real first. It will be the first to deliver to CARICOM and South America the latest international civil aviation organisation NGAP Plus resolutions by converting them into action, by converting them into things that other people can come and see and learn from the work that you will be doing here. We are really excited to be here, to be joining you in this journey, to empower your citizens and help deliver tomorrow's aviation for Guyana. Thank you, sir.
So I'm trying to juggle a lot of things today, meetings after meetings, and then I still have a commitment to buy Ilan some ice cream. So that is the reason he has not left me. So I have to deliver on that commitment before I go into another meeting at 3 o'clock. But today, you know, one of the things that you young people, well, we young people, but you younger people, should be really excited about is the opportunities that you have today in Guyana. This country is presenting unmatched opportunities for young people. And I've been talking to a lot of persons who are in their early 60s now, and they all have one thing to say to me, how we wish we were 30 or 40 now. But listen, they have really done their bit in paving the way. And that is why I said to Aggie and all you young people who want to be in aviation should study him. I said to him even 2 days ago that your role in the next 5 years is to transfer everything that you have learned in the last 60 plus years to the next generation of Guyanese. And that is what we've been doing. We've been working on creating this new country with all of these new opportunities that are going to be mind-blowing, just incredible opportunities ahead of you. And we are trying to bring these opportunities, to accelerate these opportunities for you by bringing them forward. Now this cadet program that is just remarkable, and I want to thank you. I want to thank our friend also from South America, who is here with us, one of the leading aviation specialists. If both of you can stand, if you can stand so they can see you, and applaud these good people. And we want to thank them for helping us on this journey. And we want to assure you that the young people in Guyana would not only make full use of this opportunity and this journey, but that we will share it with the rest of CARICOM and the rest of the region. Thank you. So I am pleased to join all of you here this afternoon to launch Guyana's next generation of aviation professionals. This is not an initiative by accident or chance. In aviation language, we are clearing a new flight path for our nation's future. And this initiative is integral to our plans to build a stronger aviation sector. Guyana's next generation of aviation professionals is a powerful partnership. The Civil Aviation Authority, the International Air Cadets of the United Kingdom, the Air Cadets of Guyana, and the University of Guyana are coming together to launch this remarkable initiative. That deserves a huge round of applause. Bringing together all of these partners and all of these stakeholders is not an easy task. It is not an easy task. They have each brought their expertise, their vision, and their commitment to this critical mission. To all of them, I say thank you. Thank you for believing in Guyana's potential. Thank you for investing in our most precious resource, our people. Together, we are building a crew for a journey of national transformation. And so my message to those in the aviation sector is to fasten your seatbelts. Guyana's aviation sector is cleared for takeoff, and it is poised for a steep but safe climb. Look at our skies. They're becoming busier with each month. More international carriers are setting their coordinates for Guyana. We're opening new routes, strengthening ties with our CARICOM family and beyond. But the real story, the real revolutionary story, is happening right here at home. Our domestic aviation network is expanding, and it will expand further. Why? Because our government's economic philosophy is built on the principle of inclusive development. No region, no community will be left on the tarmac of progress. We are a nation of vast, rich, beautiful interior and coastlands. Our mission is to integrate them, to connect them, to link urban to rural and urban and rural to hinterland, not just by road or river, but by the most powerful connector of all, the air. We will link the deep reaches of our country to the coastland. We'll connect community to opportunity, miner to market, farmer to frontier. This is not a distant dream. It is our flight plan. And as we execute this plan, the local aviation sector will not just grow, it will soar. This expansion creates a demand for skilled Guyanese. We will need pilots, air traffic controllers, aviation engineers, safety inspectors, airport managers, and ground crew. A lot of cargo is going to be moved, and so we need freight forwarders, and other logistic professionals. We will need a whole new generation of professionals. And you know, the current batch of pilots and professionals in the sector are going to graduate to the regulatory agency because they will have their hours, the need is growing there, and they will naturally move on there. So the space is going to be created, and we have to fill that space at a very, very rapid pace. That is why this initiative is so crucial. It is not a side project. It is a strategic national investment. This partnership lays the groundwork. We are here to cultivate a new core of professionals, a skilled squadron ready to power our nation's ascent. Today, we have many talented and qualified students graduating from secondary school and university, eager to find skilled, rewarding careers that match their ambitions. For those with aptitude for technical work, who seek a profession built on precision, challenge, and skill, I urge you to consider a career in our local aviation sector. This dynamic sector is poised for an unprecedented ascent, offering a future where your skills will not only build a prosperous life for you, but will also be the critical engines powering our nation's connectivity and development. But we're not building an industry on potential alone. We're building the infrastructure to match our ambition. We're investing in infrastructure that will support our dreams. We're constructing a new terminal at the Chedijigan International Airport. We're developing municipal airports at Latam and Rosal Kanchi. These will not only serve domestic needs, but will eventually facilitate regional flights, turning these tongues into new gateways. We're upgrading hinterland airstrips. We're extending runways. We're ensuring our physical infrastructure has the altitude to match our economic ambitions. Yet, infrastructure without people is not enough. The heart of aviation is human expertise. That is why we are going further. In collaboration with the private sector, we'll establish a premier aviation sector and school right here in Guyana. The institution will have one mission: to train and certify Guyanese talent across all areas of aviation, from the cockpit to the control tower, from the hangar floor to the boardroom. And yes, this school will have the capability to train and certify our pilots domestically. Our aspiring pilots will earn their wings right here in Guyana. We have placed a significant bet on our aviation future by offering generous incentives to the sector. And I've already made a direct call for a reduction in fares because domestic air travel must be made more affordable. It cannot become a luxury. Our vision demands that people can fly in and out of our remote communities without great financial strain. But cheaper and larger cargo planes are reliably coming on stream and coming very quickly. Every Guyanese would have the opportunity to see the breathtaking beauty of our country from land, river, and air. True national connectivity means affordable access for all. So to the young cadets, to the students, the future professionals, who are the reason for this launch, I speak directly to you. Those who will be selected or have been elected to be part of this program, I ask you to consider yourself as having earned an important and valuable opportunity. You're the first cadets on this new mission. The path ahead will require discipline. It will demand precision. You will learn that in aviation, there is no room for almost. There is only correct. This rigor is what makes the profession noble. You're not entering a stagnant industry. You're catching the wave of its greatest growth. The future of aviation in Guyana is not just bright, it is dazzling. You're training for careers that will define our nation's connectivity for decades. Who knows? One day you'll be the captains who fly over our rainforests, the engineers who maintain our fleet, the controllers who guide our national airspace safely into a new era. You're the next generation, and we're counting on you. So let us send a clear signal to the nation and to the world. Guyana is open for business, and our skies are open for growth. We have the vision, we are building the infrastructure, and now, with this initiative, we are training our people. The pre-flight checks are complete. All systems are set to go. The runway of opportunity is clear and long. To our partners, thank you for your trust. To our future professionals, aim high. Your nation believes in you. Ladies and gentlemen, let us together give this initiative the full throttle it deserves. Let us launch Guyana's next generation of aviation professionals. Thank you, God bless you, and I wish you all the best.
120 years ago was a dream, nothing more than a dream. Back in the day, this time, 100 years ago, if you were flying for more than 100 miles an hour, you were going very fast. 150 years ago, it never existed. So we are on the cutting edge. And if you guys can see one of the logos that we have down there for the Air Cadets of Guyana, the motto that we're adopting is, "We are the leading edge." And for those of you in aviation, you will understand that it has a double meaning for us. As the leading edge is the front part of the wing. It is the part of the aircraft that generates lift. It's what gets us in the air, and that's what you guys represent to us as part of the Air Cadets. As I get going, I want to tell a little personal story. I've been exceptionally fortunate in that I am proud to be the son of two very accomplished aviators here in Guyana. My dad, being a military aviator, with over 45 years experience, and my mom being Guyana's first female captain when she was only 19 years old, flying in the jungle. So I've been fortunate to grow up with leadership like that and mentorship that created opportunities for myself and my brother, who are both pilots. And I'm lucky enough that my wife also a pilot. So what I would say to everyone in the room is that there's a few different ways to get into aviation. You can be lucky. I count myself every single day as one of the lucky few. You can take a loan from the bank. Unfortunately, aviation can be quite expensive. You can join the military, which as a former military officer, I can tell you is a noble career, and I would encourage every single person in this room to serve their country through the military here in Guyana. What we're also trying to do with Air Cadets in Guyana is that we're trying to connect another pathway of people to get into aviation. Young people, 11, 12 years old, who look up in the sky and they see the aircraft flying through the air and they want to connect the dots of how do I move from here to there? And that is part of the goal. It's true, though, that not everyone is going to get into aviation. Not everyone wants to be a pilot. But I can tell you that through the Air Cadets program, we're actually going to be teaching you guys skills in leadership, communication, organizational management, skills that are highly coveted in not only the aviation industry, but also the oil and gas industry. So as you think about the Air Cadets program and the next generation of aviation professionals, not only do you have the opportunity to join the aviation cadre, but you're also an opportunity to build and to become competitive in the new economy that Guyana is building. So Air Cadets here in Guyana, the organization that myself, and I'm proud to say my partner Malcolm, has represented, is going to be working very closely with the government, very closely with the civil aviation of Guyana to ensure that the next generation of aviation professionals benefits everyone in this room. So we're going to be starting relatively small. We're going to be recruiting over the next few months of our first cadre of cadets, people who are interested in aviation, people who want to learn how to fly or want to work on the aircraft, or who have always wanted to figure out how can I get involved. Please, you're going to see us reaching out, and we highly recommend and highly encourage you to reach out to us. Finally, I would like to say that this is not the end of our efforts. We are going to be looking to expand this program to every corner of Guyana. We're going to start here in Georgetown, but it is our goal to make sure that we can have people from Aishalton, from Cameron, from Berbice, from Linden, and everybody will have equal opportunity to partake in our aviation program. So what I want to say is that aviation is the greatest equalizer. When you're in the air, everybody is equal. It doesn't matter where you come from, where you went to school. What matters is your dedication and your drive. And we're here to work with you to get you in the air as quick as possible. So ladies and gentlemen, I want to say that as part of the Air Cadets program here in Guyana, we're deeply proud in the commitment from the government, from the civil aviation, for them pushing this across the line. This will make us a leader in the region in terms of aviation growth and in terms of, from an ICAO standpoint, and we have ICAO in the room, that we are taking what was once a policy and making it into action. I can't thank the government enough for that. So can I please get a round of applause for our civil aviation for the dedication and their commitment to making Guyana a leader in the region. And finally, what I will be telling everyone here is that we're going to be starting relatively small on the ground, but make no mistake, the Air Cadets program here in Guyana, our goal is to make sure that you, every single one of you who join Air Cadets, will have the opportunity to fly in your own plane, and we will teach you how to do so if you dedicate the time and effort with us. So with that, I want to say thank you, and I look forward to seeing every single one of the students here later as we start our recruitment and selection phase come early next year. Thank you so much.